They thought he was gone forever, a victim of the sea. But 3 years later, he returned, not as the man they remembered, but as something much darker. Jonathan Pierce went from nothing to running a billion-dollar empire. He was the kind of CEO magazines called a visionary, smart, charming, unstoppable. On a warm summer evening in August 2015, Jonathan vanished during what was supposed to be a romantic yacht trip with his wife. A violent storm rolled in, and only one of them came back. Jonathan's body was never found. To the public, it was a tragic accident. To his wife, Vanessa, it was the day her life shattered. But the truth was stranger than anyone could have imagined. Jonathan grew up in a small town in Ohio. His father was a machinist. His mother, a nurse who worked back-to-back shifts. Money was always tight, but Jonathan had something you couldn't buy, a mind for business and a hunger for more. By his 20s, he was flipping electronics from overseas. By 30, he had built Pierce Global Logistics, a shipping and freight company that grew into an international powerhouse. Behind the perfect CEO smile was a man obsessed with control. Jonathan kept detailed files on rivals, used fear as a management tool, and trusted no one, especially not Michael Keller, his former partner turned sworn enemy. Their feud was legendary: lawsuits, public insults, accusations of sabotage. And in the summer of 2015, things had reached a boiling point. August 19, 2015, Newport, Rhode Island. Jonathan and Vanessa set sail on the Silver Gull, a sleek 40-foot yacht. Weather reports warned of a storm, but Jonathan waved it off. By 9:47 p.m., a distress call crackled over the radio. The Coast Guard scrambled to respond. They found Vanessa shivering, clinging to floating debris. She was rushed to the hospital, muttering about Jonathan being pulled under. The yacht was discovered the next morning, battered and half submerged. Jonathan's life jacket was still on Jonathan's life jacket was still on board. The official report said accidental drowning. The insurance payout, $50 million, straight to Vanessa. An anonymous tip claimed Keller had been in Newport that night. Another claimed someone looking like Jonathan had boarded a small fishing vessel before the storm hit. With no body and no proof, the whispers faded. Life moved on. Until 3 years later, November 2018, a private fundraiser in Boston. Michael Keller is mingling with investors when a man walks in. Leaner, bearded, dressed in a tailored black suit. The man walks up to Keller and smiles. "Miss me?" Keller freezes. The man walks away. Days later, a Boston newspaper receives an anonymous email with a grainy photo. Jonathan Pierce, alive, drinking coffee at a cafe in Morocco. Investigators traced the trail. Jonathan had been living under the name David Lang. He withdrew millions in cash from offshore accounts before his disappearance. He bought property in Casablanca. He was rumored to be involved with private mercenaries in West Africa. Vanessa, cornered by reporters, broke down. "If he's alive, then he left me to believe he was dead." that's worse than losing him. The truth was colder. Jonathan had staged everything. The yacht trip was a setup. The storm, his cover. Vanessa, left drifting at sea, was collateral damage. He disappeared to watch his enemies, especially Keller, from the shadows. Over 3 years, Keller's empire collapsed. Deals fell apart, lawsuits bankrupted him, and damaging leaks ruined his credibility. Those leaks, investigators believe they came from Jonathan himself. In 2019, Jonathan returned to the US under a fake passport. He arranged a meeting with Keller, posing as an investor. When Keller showed up, Jonathan revealed his face and allegedly threatened him. 2 weeks later, Keller was dead. Official cause: heart attack. Unofficial whispers said Jonathan had finally finished his revenge. Jonathan Pierce was never arrested. The FBI says they have no proof he faked his death. Vanessa remarried. Jonathan's whereabouts remain a mystery. Some say South America, others swear Morocco. Was Jonathan a criminal mastermind who executed the perfect disappearing act? Or a bitter man who let vengeance consume him? If you were in Jonathan's shoes, would you have done the same? Or would you have let the past go? Like this story, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.